And did you know that 96% of disabilities are invisible, yet most people only recognize maybe people in a wheelchair or someone using a cane as disabled? Here to share with us how we can support those who have an invisible disability and service dogs is Michelle Weger, motivational speaker, service dog user, and with narcolepsy, correct?
Yes, indeed.
And someone will walk up to you and say, why do you have a service dog? Like, look at you, we don't. But that's something that is harmful and a weird assumption for somebody to make when they see someone with a service dog, right?
Absolutely. The vast majority of disabilities are invisible, and yet there is so much doubt when you see someone who looks what people consider to be normal that, oh, is this a real dog? Do you really need them? And what is even wrong with you?
This is Quinn.
Yes,
And
indeed.
you and Quinn have been together for how many years now?
4 years.
4 years. And you had another service dog before that.
Indeed. So I have been a service dog handler for about 8 years now. So I get a lot of questions and weird comments every single day.
Okay, so what are some of the weirdest questions and comments you've gotten?
The weirdest one is when someone comes up to you and before even saying hi says, so what's that dog for? Which would be the equivalent of me walking up to a stranger and asking them, hey, what prescription medication do you take?
Right.
Do you have any illnesses? As the first question. It's really weird to do that to people.
Yeah, that's it's a little odd to assume things, and there's like weird stigmas behind that in that way. Narcolepsy and Quinn, how do you work together? What is the partnership here?
So Quinn gives me a huge degree of independence because with narcolepsy, you can fall asleep at any time and place. And for anyone, but particularly a woman, falling asleep in public is, with no warning, is very dangerous. Quinn has the ability to know that I'm going to fall asleep before I know.
Oh, wow.
And she'll put her mouth right here on my arm and gently guide me to the floor where I can take medication and wait for it to pass. Since having Quinn, I haven't fallen asleep even once in public.
Wow.
Life-changing.
That is life-changing. It's so dangerous, and that is something that literally is saving your life in that way with Quinn being there, which is awesome. When we see a service dog, you know, Quinn came up to me and I didn't do anything.
You were amazing.
And I wanted to hug Quinn with all of my might.
I felt it. I felt the self-control.
Because Quinn is adorable and feels safe for me and for anybody around. But there are do's and don'ts, and there's etiquette behind that. What do we need to know?
I like to say follow the wheelchair rule.
Okay.
If you would not do the action to a wheelchair, don't do it to a service dog.
Okay.
They're both medical equipment. So you would not walk up to someone and touch their wheelchair unsolicited. You would also not, well, you certainly don't feed a service dog.
Right.
And look, kids are always going to be curious.
Yeah.
And I love it when I hear parents proactively explaining to their children, that is a working dog. It has a special job. I know you love dogs, but that one we can't touch. It warms my heart when I hear parents proactively educating like that because it makes a huge difference for the future generations of service dog handlers.
That's it. What do you think, you know, lastly, what we need to know just going forward for anybody that's in the situation or just those that are, you know, coming across someone with a disability or an invisible disability?
So service dogs come in all sizes, clearly, and breeds. It's not just poodles, labs, or German shepherds, not just for people who are blind. So when you see a service dog, look at the person and make the assumption they're disabled because that is what service dogs are for.
That's perfect. That's great information. Where can we get more from you?
So my website is michelleweger.com. I post lots of great content on there. And of course, on social media, there's dog photos.
Yes, there is. And Quinn is quite used to the camera.
Yes, indeed.
Quinn looks way better on camera than I do. Good job, Quinn. Michelle, thank you so much for the information. Appreciate it. We'll be back with more Breakfast Television on the way. We'll say good morning to the rest of the squad, including Dina, on this Tuesday. Good morning, y'all. Good job, Quinn.